If you have to deal with someone that has a serious bleed, it's important that we stop the bleeding as quickly as possible. So what we would do is ask the casualty to apply direct pressure over the wound. So if you can just do that for me and apply direct pressure over the wound, push nice and firmly. What I would then do is ask the casualty to sit down in case they feel faint before they fall down. What I'm going to do is get my first aid kit, make sure I've got my gloves on and apply a bandage, and then look at treating for shock as well if the blood loss is quite severe. Okay, so I've got my casualty to the floor now. He is bleeding quite profusely. I just need to remind him to keep applying that direct pressure to try and slow the bleeding down. Somebody has got me a first aid kit, so I'm going to open up a large bandage. So if you can just take your hand off for me. Just let me know if this feels too tight, okay? So you want the bandage to be nice and firm, but you don't want it to cut off the circulation. So just check back with your casualty. Okay, so just make sure all of the bandage is completely covered so we can make sure that there's enough pressure, blood's not going to continue to come out, and nothing can get in there to cause any kind of infection. Okay. How are you feeling? Okay, so if you just lie down for me. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to treat the casualty for shock. So he's looking a bit pale. He is complaining of feeling of thirst. He is cold to the touch. He's got a rapid and weak heart rate, and he's feeling dizzy. So what I'm going to do is lay him down like he is and raise the legs. If you just help raise your legs, that's great. Is that comfortable? Okay, so make sure you've called 999 as quickly as possible. Keep talking to your casualty and be ready to start basic life support. If the bleeding does come through this bandage, what we would do is apply a second bandage directly over this one. If it was to come through a second bandage, then we would remove them both and start the process again. We want to keep our casualty nice and warm. We can't unfortunately give him anything to eat, drink or smoke. Just need to keep him nice and calm, and just keep an eye if he's deteriorating, if his response levels are dropping, and just, as I say, be ready to start CPR if required.